Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to update the Crystal Beetle best team for today because the team I showed you is actually not the best anymore. There is a Talene team, which is the #1 team if you have her, and Mikola build. And if you don't have that, then there is an upgrade even to the team that I showed with Mikola instead of Shakir. I did one run of that and I got a new record with that team. Okay, so first of all, the Talene team, we're going to take a look at the replays of Old Grey Gamer because he sent me the team. And there is RNG to it. This is what he said. You can read it. There's RNG to it. It took him like 3 runs to get a new best record, but this has the highest potential damage output of any team. So Mikola is here to buff up the team with the haste buff and also honor dual honor arena to give the attack buff. Rainier position swapping. I think we'll have to see who he's in position swapping here. Let's see. So position swapping the OD, just Talene up in the front. And all of the allies are going to be grouped up for Mikola to buff them up and sustain them. Coco is needed. The damage output from the boss is very high. Rainier to increase the damage the boss receives. OD just to deal as much damage as possible with resonating spells. Still, OD is the top damage dealer. And basically, Talene can be replaced for Lily May. Even we did testing in the previous video. So like the previous video was actually a really good one for people to watch if you don't have all of these options built up, because like we found that Corin can be a pretty good damage dealer. If for example you don't have like Talene or Lily May, another option, Corin is probably the next best damage dealer option. So the team is just outputting their damage. Talene is continuously getting off her ultimate casting. And it does keep getting interrupted, which is the problem of the knockups of Crystal Beetle. Otherwise, Talene could be even more effective. Because there's no way to position to avoid Talene getting knocked up. Because when she casts her ultimate, she goes up right into the front. So 5.7 billion damage with this team. And that is one of the highest damage outputs I've seen. On my district, there is our guildmate who has gotten around about the same score. 5.79 billion damage, so a bit higher than Old Grey Gamers, but I'm suspecting he's using the same team, Mikola and Talene. So Mikola is an improvement, and also even to my team, Mikola has been an upgrade. If you know my previous record, it was 5.125 billion. We've gotten up to almost 5.4 billion just by swapping Shakir for Mikola. So if you have Mikola built up, and she's at Supreme Plus, is probably the best, then she is going to be even better than Shakir for this team. And another thing to mention is someone shared in my Discord server that they don't have a Lily May like fully built up here, and so they're using Elsa instead of Lily May, and that team also does pretty well. If I show you the replay of that, it did a little bit less damage for me than the Lily May team, but not by much, almost like 5.1 billion damage, and my best before that was 5.125 billion. So with Elsa in here, so Elsa is another great option, and if you had charms for her, she might even be better than the Lily May for this specific team. But Mikola, yeah, Mikola was also used in this Elsa team, so that's also the factor. Mikola is really strong for the Crystal Beetle. And usually whenever Shakir is in a team, Mikola is kind of like an upgrade for that team by replacing the Shakir with Mikola. Because Mikola will increase the damage output by more, giving the whole team-wide attack buff, whereas Shakir will only give it to his grouped-up allies. And, yeah. So overall, this is probably the best team. I'm going to show you the replay, or we can even do a fresh run of this team with Mikola in it. This is how I positioned it. Basically, I just want Lily May, and of course OD is going to be affected by the Courage Sphere of Mikola. I think in this position, Lily May should also be close enough to be affected by this. Yeah, I think on the left side is better, because now she is receiving the buffs from the Courage Sphere, and that is important. Coco is off to the side, so that she doesn't get knocked up as much, and she can keep casting the damage reduction, shield for your team, and protection. And yeah, so this is better. So Shakir has been basically replaced. Maybe in the future, if Coco is not even needed anymore, Shakir, along with Mikola together, will be the new best team. I could try it now, but I have a feeling we're just gonna get wiped, because without the Coco damage reduction and the shielding, the Crystal Beetle boss does a lot of damage. So until we get to like endless mode, I think this probably will be the best team combo. So Lily May is taking the place of Talene. If you have Talene, it's better to run her. Again, in the same position that Lily May was in this fight. But Odie is still the top damage dealer for your team. the most important hero. And like we mentioned in the testing earlier, if you just replace Lily May for Corrin, that can also be really good. So we'll do a run of that with Corrin after this. Okay, really close to my record, or well, kind of close to my record, not quite, but yeah. Consistently getting above 60% of the boss's health and damage. Let's go ahead and try now Corrin. Corrin also does really good damage. He's also going to be like benefiting from the buff of Mikola, yeah, because they're all grouped up right here. It's perfect for them. But yeah, probably you can't pass on Coco yet, so I would just recommend run the Coco. We have a good factional synergy here as well for, well, technically 3 Maulers and then Rainier, who counts as a 4th addition. Okay, so damage reduction going off, and Corrin getting off his damage. Like I talked about in the earlier video that I uploaded, I'm not exactly sure why Corrin is a good damage dealer for Crystal Beetle and better than other range damage dealers. But I think it might have something to do with one of his skills, which has a guaranteed... It gives him a guaranteed crit on his attacks. And so I think that means maybe the Crystal Beetle can dodge his attacks. Okay, so this team is not getting quite... Yeah, obviously it's not going to be able to compete really fully with the team. And even here, Elsa would be way better. But in total, we got 4.4 billion damage, which is not bad. But if we compare that to the other one, because we did a run with Corrin and Shakir both together, I want to see if Mikola is doing more than that one. So with Corrin, we got almost 3 billion. Now we got 4.4 billion pretty safely. So yeah, Mikola is an upgrade to this team, even compared to the Shakir. But this Corrin team we were actually running Thor and Smokey. Like, this is this is probably the easiest team to pull off if you don't have a lot of the newer heroes built up. But if you have Lily May built up, use Lily May and Odie as your 2 damage dealers. Those are the best. Unless you have Talene, then Talene can be slightly better than Lily May. But I think for most people, Lily May, Odie are going to be your 2 damage dealers. You can replace, well, Coco should be here for damage reduction. You can replace Rainier with Thorin, and you can replace Mikola for Smokey. Smokey also provides attack and haste buff. Just make sure to position him off to the side, because then he will not be hit with the knockup of the Crystal Beetle, and he can continuously cast his attack buff and haste buff. We'll do one more run, and we will do it with Elsa. In case you have Elsa built up, or if you have her charms, yeah, this would be probably better for you than, even it can be better than Lily May. That's what the person was sharing in my Discord. It isn't better for me, but that is because of the fact that, okay, is she getting hit with the Curd Sphere? Elsa in this position. I'm not sure if she's getting buffed by that. So maybe the opposite we would want to have Elsa in Coco's position. Well, now I don't know, she might just be right out of the range of the Curd Sphere. It's really close. I think here she should be getting buffed from it. Yeah, not sure. Could be just out of range. We'll try another team, the same team with a different formation, because what it seems like is like Elsa will jump onto the opposite side of the Crystal Beetle boss, and if my Elsa is up in the upper left, like right where Elsa's Curd Sphere is, that would be better for the buffs. But here the boss deals a lot of damage, as you can see. Elsa is almost dying. She almost died one of the times, so you'll have to run Coco along with this team. Yeah, you can't go without running Coco. So we need to get 5 billion damage. I can show you my replay as well, where we got 5.1 billion damage with this team. I think it was probably because the positioning was different. Elsa needs to jump into the Curd Sphere range of the Mikola. Let's take a look at this. So we got the 5.1 almost billion damage with this team. The formation, no, this was the same formation we used, but I'm debating whether Elsa on this side might be better. I just want to try one more time, because then if she jumps to the opposite side, this should be in the perfect position for Mikola to buff up the Elsa and Odie both. She's always going to buff up the Odie, but let's see whether Elsa jumps now. No, she still ends up jumping onto the right side. I guess no matter what, she ends up on the right side of the boss, so it doesn't matter which side you're on. Yeah, it might be that she jumps to the opposite side of where your team is grouped up, because Mikola and Odie are kind of on the left side, and Mikola at least is on the left side, so maybe Elsa doesn't have space over there. Because looking at the buffs which are applied to Elsa here, well, maybe now, yeah, I think now she's getting the buffs, but off on the side there, I don't think she was getting reached by the Curd Sphere of Mikola. Here she is now. So yeah, you want her to end up in this position, like right up in the front, but then Elsa goes down. There's always a chance and risk of that. Okay, but anyway, this shows you that the team has potential to get a high score with Elsa instead of Lily May, but the Lily May team seems safer, and if you have Lily May built up like equally well as Elsa, then maybe both would be about the same. Maybe Lily May would be better, depending on if you have her charms or not. But yeah, this gives you an idea of certain teams that you can try to run for this boss, but the overall best team is the one I showed first, the Talene team, and then I think the second best team is the Mikola, Lily May, Odie team. Mikola replacing Shakir, where we got 5.4 billion damage, which is really good. So anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. We're going to upload another video because I want to talk about the top performing Supreme Arena defenses for this week. And I know the formations are going to change, but the defenses will probably just be slotted into new formations, so hopefully this will still help and be a good review. Because I think the defenses I have in the top of my district are all very strong, and all good options you can run with some variety. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and until then everyone, peace out for now.